Hello, just gonna do a little bit of crafting here. Might help if I put the mic on. Somewhere here. Alrighty, so I have here the most recent paper pumpkin kit, the meaningful flowers. So I decided to do an alternative with it, and I am outdoors, which is actually a lot of fun. And there's my puppy making a lot of puppy noises. So in the kit was Pretty Peacock. I also grabbed Garden Green. I've got some adhesives and some basic stuffs because I am out at Area 8 having a really nice afternoon. And I've done some of the pre-prep ahead of time, especially since I might lose some pieces out here today. So what I found with this kit, which was really, really cool, was taking the envelopes and doing something really special with them. So I'm going to do this very, very carefully while outdoors. Yes, very, very carefully today. It's a little windy here at Area 8. I'm just going to make sure I'm losing paper. Let me go get that. All right, try this again. Oops, I am a disaster right now, but that's okay. And pictured behind me is the lake, the Kelso Lake. Well, I call it Kelso Lake for Area 8. Okay, so I'm gonna very carefully cut some paper. First things first, what I did initially was, let me explain. I took the card bases, the envelope bases, and opened them up because I found the inside paper is really beautiful to work with, and I really wanted to use it for this. So I'm already gonna cut them down. That's what I want to work with. And this is my really first real time crafting outdoors, and I've learned that doing this outdoors is its own adventure. I'm going to already cut that off and hopefully not lose the green. There we go. Note to self for future reference, have some good paperweights. I also want to prep the other one, and I got to get some card bases out as well because I'm going to be using white. So I'm already just going to cut some of this out. And my partner and our cute puppy are running around the background, being a pain and adorable. So one of these I want to make portrait, the other one landscape, and I'm thinking for the first one I'm gonna make this landscape. So I'm just gonna turn it the other way so I got a little more of an easier slit I can cut, because I want to really keep what I can of that beautiful paper, and it helps to have the box with me too. So I've got that snipped. So I'm just gonna flip it over so I can know what the heck I'm doing. So if I know my sizes, and yes, I gotta get new blades for this, which I actually have, I just did not bring them with me. So there, I've got 5 1/4 cut, and I gotta cut 4 inches along the top. But I want to keep as much as that beauty there, so I'm gonna snip that, throw it in the box, and then turn the other way and go 4 inches, and then there is the start of one of the cards. And then we're left with this really beautiful paper here. So I'm gonna already, before I lose my papers on the table here, glue that down. So I got a white card base, cut 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I didn't bring my bone folder because I was trying to carry minimal possible. But I do have the stamp and seal, which actually I don't want to use stamp and seal. I want to use dimensionals in this stage. I'm just going to try to make sure I don't lose my papers. My pup is having a great time over here today. This is one of my favorite places to be. This is the first real time I'm actually crafting outdoors. So this is like a huge adventure here. It was a bit of a spur of the moment decision today. It's like, hey, let's do some crafting outdoors. So I'm just going to use the box as the catch-all for all the little pieces. Alright, and then I'm going to glue that on. I can always fix it a little bit more later, but there is initial. Because I just love the envelopes that comes in the paper pumpkin kits. So that is really super beautiful. Alright, so then next up, I totally forgot to bring something today, but that's okay. I knew I'd forget something. Alright, I'm going to borrow the white side of the green, because I knew I was forgetting something. Then again, did I bring it? Here's the stamps. Well, we will need those. Yeah, I definitely forgot. White paper. Alright, so what I did for this one was, I'll show you some of the steps and of course with the magic of television, we'll finish the rest as we go. So this should fit on here. This is the stamp that has like the flowery bit, and I use garden green because that's one of the coordinating colors for this kit as I'm losing papers.
Buddy.
Where is the pup? Appears we've lost a puppy. Buddy. I don't know. He's out there somewhere. Okay, so I just put some ink on there. And I'm just using the paper, one of the paper pumpkin like blocks. Oh, there he is. So there's that stamped. Nice garden green. Of course, I got my sponge here for today to kind of clean as we go. Alright, we got that. A little better. And then let that dry for a moment, and then we're going to jump ahead a little bit to the other project for just a quick moment, because the other one takes a lot longer. You're going to see the hint on at the table. Hi, little puppy. Yes, that's not for you. Nice try, though. Alright, so for the next one, I would suggest, I'll describe it, because doing it today might be a little bit of a pain, is essentially take some vellum, is what I've done here, and then take the bonus stamps from the kit and stamp out the flowers, which I just did in Pretty Peacock, and then I took the lily pad as well. So I found when I did this earlier today as a prep, it took a long time for this to dry, so I'm just kind of showing the steps, but feel free to, actually it was this side, feel free to do it any which way you want, but I just thought doing this on vellum, because this kit had elements of vellum in it, looked really cool. So I just want to describe that for a quick moment before we jump along here. And then, while we're here, I don't think I need this stamp now. I'm not used to crafting in a strange place. This is really confusing for me, but it's actually a lot of fun. Alright, we'll work on this one for the moment. I've got some painter's tape. I'm going to use a little bit to kind of tape down my piece of paper, because we're going to do a little bit of coloring. Because I thought this flower going on here will be cool. However, because of the nature of being outdoors, get a piece of tape. I'm going to throw this back in the box for a quick hot minute. And then I'm going to grab my package of the Stampin' Up! Pencils. And I got a little sharpener with me today, which I will absolutely need. So the main colors I used, I got white, crushed curry, old olive, garden green, which is almost depleted, and then I also had Pacific Point, because these are the older pencils. I'm not sure if the newer pencils has a lot of the newer ink colors, but it's a good start because we're going to be coloring this flower. So, and also I plan to fussy cut with the magic of television, but in the areas where it's not going to be so easily the fussy cut, and I'm glad I've taped that down, by the way, is in those areas, do a bit of green with the garden green to kind of blend it in with the picture, like pretty solid. Especially in these areas.
Come on, buddy.
It is such a beautiful day today. But yeah, more or less that. And then, for this project, which hopefully that does not blow away on me, thank you, painter's tape.
Yeah.
take Old Olive, because I found the garden green here is a little different than on the paper pumpkin kit. But what worked for me was take some Old Olive as a decent coat on top of all the greenery area. And then what you'll see is by putting garden green on top, it actually worked quite well. And my little puppy is being a puppy. I think he's having a great time today here. So I'm just working in that Old Olive. Yeah. And then take the garden green.
Hello. Hello.
And by putting that on top, I found it matches the color to the kit a little better. Which worked really effectively. Oh, they're having so much fun. Oh, I forgot a section. I just realized I forgot a leaf. I knew I was forgetting something here. Alright, so we got that. And then as you can see, the original garden green, if you can see well, which I'm not sure, because I can't even tell on my screen here. I just know that I'm doing this. Turned out quite nicely. So by taking the white, it just adds a little bit of lightness and just kind of burnish it a little bit, which helps considerably with this look. Because that sections where I just have only garden green, I am not going to cut out, because believe me, cutting one of these this morning was when I just broke my pencil. It took a long time. If you're really good at fussy cutting, let me know. Alright, and then just continue on. And then, oops, I keep breaking that white pencil. For the flower, I'm going to go similar to, more or less what we're seeing here is that blue, which I'm assuming is Tahitian Tide, but I don't have Tahitian. However, with Pacific Point, if I just kind of lightly come in, and then if I burnish with that white, it kind of works.
Good boy.
And I keep breaking my pencils today. But I don't know how much you can see behind me, but the lake behind me used to be Kelso Quarries. It's more recently part of Conservation Halton. It's only generally open on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, until 4 p.m. So at the time that I'm recording this video, I have to hurry my butt up here. And this is absolutely one of my favorite spots to come to. You'll probably see occasionally my dog running around in the background, just having the time of his life today. And that they have, I don't know if you've seen it, because I can't see. There's canoeing kayak rentals here, which some people love to do. Okay, so I got the blue on there kind of lightly enough. I'm going to take the white, burnish it, and it just kind of works with the concept here. Alright, and then lastly, to match for the color family that's featured in this kit, I'm going to take some crushed curry. And work in that little bits of yellow. Well, it's not really yellow in my opinion, but I guess it kind of works. Which again, relatively lightly. Hey, puppy. I'm being attacked by a puppy with my feet. Oh, he's adorable. Alright, so I'm done coloring. Okay, so I'm gonna, through the magic of television, I know I've said that enough times, is pull this out, and I have one of these colored from this morning. Ta-da. Okay. So there we go. And I totally fussy cut it, and it was a pain to do. So I'm going to put that back in my baggie for the moment. I'm going to bring back my card project, use the edge of that to keep it stable. And then what I also did was, from the envelope, there were some other pieces here that I want to use. I might have to cut them, because I'm trying not to lose all the pieces here. Because that might happen. I might lose everything today. So I've got these pieces. I kind of want to use them as a bit of like a setting, but I got to trim them down because definitely the length. So because I've got, I'll just kind of, and I just got wet. That I just kind of marked there where I want to mark with the white pencil. That way it's relatively hard to see. And just bring back my cutter and kind of do one at a time, very, very carefully in the weather. More or less there. Throw the piece back in the box. I'm glad paper pumpkin boxes are really great for this today. Being outside in the wind. Okay, so I got that. It's okay if they're not the exact size. So what I decided was I want to incorporate these as kind of like a focal point, like so. So I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus for that. And just kind of there. I could use dimensionals, but I don't feel like dimensionals right now. Although, that would have really worked well with dimensionals, technically. You know what? I like dimensionals. Screw it. I'm going for it. Let's use dimensionals. I should have gone with that first thought. Hopefully they don't blow away on me. Okay, and of course I got one of the caps on the table. So let's use dimensionals. I think it'll look really good. Okay, that one goes down, and I gotta pull the other one up, and then put dimensionals on it. I kind of have one hanging out an edge a little bit, but that's okay. I'll just kind of work with it. It can be my friend. Oh, and I hear the little puppy being a puppy. Yeah, he's just over 4.5 months, and he's just an absolute joy. He's got a new toy this weekend. His grandma and grandpa, my parents, gave him a little new toy. My dad's constructions, he loves Carhartt, so of course it's a Carhartt toy. Carhartt branded doggy toy. So there we go. There, I think that looks a lot better with dimensionals. And then we're gonna take that flower I fussy cutted much earlier, just to kind of show you, like so. So I could use dimensionals, and I actually might, because I think that'll look really good. So I'm going to do this very, very carefully. Hopefully I can make it work. I'm just going to make sure stuff doesn't blow away on me. The advantage of using the edge of dimensionals. Oh, hi, buddy. Hey. Dog's going for the table. I wasn't sure he's going to knock over my laptop or the coffee or something. It's like, uh-oh, he's a poodle. Alright, so I'm going to try to cut some of these dimensionals super small. Hopefully. Oh, he's being a little demon today. But that's okay. He's a puppy. Okay, just trying to kind of, sort of. I need a couple more littles. need one little, and this flower is half screwed up, but that's okay. Because, yeah, fussy cutting is not an easy thing. Come on, stay half hooked in there. I think I can get a wee little one there. A wee little dimensional. I need one more. Okay. I just was using like scrap paper earlier when I was making this concept, and after I fussy cut, I'm like, yeah, I ain't fussy cutting again. Until another day or later. Now that I've got that beautiful one I colored stuck to the table, and I gotta be careful because I kind of accidentally cut a little too much on that flower earlier.
Buddy, come on. Go too far away.
Alright, and then that. Okay, and then turn this over very carefully and put dimensionals that on there, and that looks really, really cool. And then we need a sentiment on this, which I have paper for that. I remembered something today. I remembered something in this process, so I've got this. This is some sort of paper that is definitely not the same white, apparently. I gotta love using scrap paper when I'm looking around for paper. Okay, so I want to use garden green, which I have. The stamps, which I... No, oh, there they are. Where did I put them? Alright, so I'm just gonna... very carefully, I'm gonna borrow this piece of tape. And just kind of edge it, because I kind of cut it to the size I want.
Buddy.
Oh, my puppy's an adventurous puppy.
Buddy.
Oh, I love him though. Okay, you are capable of amazing things. And I'm going to tuck that away before I lose it. And then we got to hurry up and make a second card. The one with the vellum, which I think is a lot of fun. Out of the two projects, this one I kind of sort of had more with it. There, you're capable of amazing things. And I'm going to clean it on my sponge, which is not really very wet anymore, but that's okay. I just kind of quickly soaked it, but being outdoors here, it is drying out fast. I can say that. I got a little spray for that. Make sure I don't lose everything on the table here. There. New water spray, just to kind of get by. Okay. So then, that part is done. I'm going to take this off my tape. Thank God for painter's tape today. And then, because something I really like to do, assuming I don't lose the piece of paper, which would be funny if I do, is I like to take the edge and rub it against the paper pumpkin inks just to give it a little more something to it. Oh. Oh, my puppy doesn't like somebody apparently. So there we go. That is nicely edged. I'm just going to stick that on there. And then again, I'm going to use dimensionals because dimensionals are awesome today. And then glue this on my card. And this card is more or less done. And we got to jump to the second one, hopefully quickly. I almost grabbed a smaller packet, the smaller thing of dimensionals. It's almost empty. I'm actually grab this one. So I'm like, yeah, I would have ran out of dimensionals doing this project. And I promise I will do a live video this week. It was just, this became an idea that I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. There we go. There is our completed project. I love it. I'll have to check it out on the cameras later, on the video to see how well that turned out. So that one's done. Okay. Moving on for next. The other one is portrait orientation. So let's get to it after I find the pieces, assuming I haven't lost them yet. And I want the portion that has the lily pad. I call them lily pads, whatever this is. Okay. So first things first, let's cut an edge. Because I don't want too much of the, the seal for, licking it. Although I very well could use that. Okay, so then I want to already make a cut. Whoops, wrong blade. There we go. So there's the side I'm working with. So then from here, I want 4 inches. By 5 1/4. So I ask you, everybody, how often do you craft outdoors? This is like my really first time, and it is definitely a learning process here, I will say. So I'm grabbing my white card base. Now that I've got that piece, please don't blow away on me. Fold it in half. My puppy's being a cutie. And then I'm already going to glue that on with dimensionals, because we got a thing for dimensionals today, it seems. Dimensionals, where are you? There we go. I know the edges are frayed, but that's okay. Definite lesson to change my blades at home today. Or this week. Or when I curse myself again for I haven't changed my blades yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, got that. Just stuck that partially in the box. Ah! Shoot. I gotta go chase my piece of paper. Be right back. Woo! Everything's going missing on me. And there goes my puppy to save the day. He's like, I'll help you, mommy. Oh, fudge. Yeah, that's not for you. That's not for you. He really wants to play. Okay, so let's try this again. Paperweights. Oh, this is entertaining. My partner here, who's in the background, he's taking pictures of me and having quite a fun time watching me. Oh, my puppy's adorable. Okay, so I'm just checking. Yeah, there's adhesives and all those. And then make sure I got the orientation right on this and glue this down with dimensionals. I forgot a step, but that's okay. I will work around it as we go. Okay, so then I have here in this old mess of stuff on the table. What I did is, because I stamped earlier on vellum, and I'm not going to do it now because that's just going to take a while. I already pre-stamped a bunch of vellum and fussy cutted the lily pads and the pieces. So I want to put these down, and what I brought today is the glue dots from the paper pumpkin kits. So hopefully I can do this without losing all these pieces, which might happen again. Yep. Alright, so first I want to take the smaller of the 2 flowers from the stamps, which I don't know where the other stamps are, but that's okay. They're here somewhere. Alright, flip them over. Hopefully you don't go away on me. And I got my take my pick tool to put some glue dots on my flower. And I'll put 4. Hopefully they'll stick well. And then I'm going to use that as a paperweight. And I'm going to get these caps off. I'm new to the take my pick tool, so that's something that I'm learning to use. So there we go. That's off, and then come back to my project and glue that big one on. Actually, it's not that big, but you get what I mean. Okay, and then I just love the look of them. And then take my lily pad. I want to put one there, and that will be the big one. So again, put some weights on there. How's the puppy?
He's well sniffing around here in the water's edge.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna put 3 glue dots on this one. Hopefully very carefully. Yeah, I just thought it was really cool to swap it up and use the vellum. Okay, then I'm gonna take the big flower. And I decided to go monochromatic with this because it just kind of suited my mood. Just checking my time. Because we planned to do this today, and I didn't realize how long it actually takes to set up and prepare and have technical difficulties and pre-plans. So it is an adventure to craft outdoors.
Come on.
Ah, try not to lose everything. Okay, so I got this one. Oh, I gotta not put it on too crooked. There we go. Not as well planned as I intended, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna grab the last set. And I hear Buddy's making new friends. And hopefully I don't blow everything away. It is such an adventure to craft in the wind. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go.
Come on, buddy. Come here.
Oh, the puppy's a puppy. Alright, and then I'm going to put the last one up there. And then glue dots for the very last flower. And then I'm going to stamp a sentiment right on there. That's the part I kind of realized, oh yeah, I was going to do that separately and I screwed that up. Just watching the puppy be a puppy. Oh, he's adorable. Okay, I'm gonna carefully move some stuffs around. Yep, they're kicking us out. All right, we're almost done. Ah, don't lose the flower. Alright, and then there's the last one. So that looks pretty cool. And then I'm going to stamp with Pretty Peacock the sentiment. Your friendship is unforgettable. And because I already glued it on with glue dots, it might be a little bit challenging. It would be easier with the Stamparatus, but I did not bring that with me today. I just look over and the dog is being a dog. And there we go. That looks pretty good for crafting outdoors. And that is really, the only thing I really added was white paper and vellum. Everything else is more or less from the kit. So let's do a quick recap of the 2 cards. And then I gotta get my butt out of here because they're gonna kick us out. Because unfortunately this park, this area 8, Kelso, I call it Kelso Area 8, is only open till 4. And yeah, so this is just 2 inspired projects from the Paper Pumpkin kit, Meaningful Flowers. I wasn't big on flowers, but then again, I really like this kit, so there we go. So that is today's crafty. Yeah, so as you can see behind me, super peaceful place. I love coming here. It is just such a wonderful park to visit. It's only open, I think, till Labor Day weekend. On the weekends, if you want to check it out, feel free to ask me for more information. I'm not trying to name plug the park, but I just love this place. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you again soon. And I may or may not have some extra clips added to this video of this park and its beauty. Hey everyone, just to show a different view of where I was recording today, because we're just about to pack up and leave. Most of the stuff is packed up. There is the canoe and kayak rentals and some tables, campfire areas. Beautiful, beautiful lake with floating docks out there, which are pretty sealed down to the ground really well. And then there's the table where I was working from, doing the video. And yeah, this is beautiful. This is Area 8, which is the 8th site for the Halton Conservation, and it's just an absolute nice place to be. So I'm just trying to give you a visual. My dog is being a doggy. You want to see him? Here's Buddy, chewing on a feather. But yeah, absolutely nice place to be. Just had to show you.